覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to Warbreaker Cool's Reviews. I'm your host, Warbreaker Cool, and today we're looking at a SH Figuarts complete little collection here. We have Frieza 4th Form, that was $35. We then have the, Tanjiro, and we have Vegeta Blue, Super Saiyan 4 God, Super Saiyan God Blue Vegeta. So let's start with the oldest figure. Only reason I even got this guy was I saw him in Target, and I've been regretting not getting him initially. So I decided to finally get him. He's going up in price since then. He was the last one I've seen. I haven't seen him in a while. So I said, you know what? Let's get him. Let's finally just get Frieza, get him out the way, and then I have him in my collection. I'm glad I did. He's a great figure. Great head sculpt. Says that one. He also has this head sculpt. And he has this head sculpt. And I'm telling you, look how pearlescent it is. So I love that. Little dirty in the shoulder here. Doesn't look too super clean, but very nice. Very nicely articulated as well. Although it feels a little weird here in the midsection. I'm not a big fan of how they articulate the midsection. Something just feels off about him. And I would have been pissed if I would have paid more than $35 for this guy just because of how weird the midsection is. He does not feel like Cooler except for the tail. Other than that, I think if he feels like a different plastic. There is some shading that you can't pick up on the camera as well, but you can see the shading here and there. He has the crossed arms. I didn't feel like putting those on, so unfortunately he has not crossed arms. He also has this spot here, so you can have his halo. And we've only put the spot on one head, which I think is appropriate because I don't want a big hole in the head for all my heads. This one here is fine. Plus it looks devious because he's smiling and has an angel halo. Like, ha, you wish me back. This one, he's pissed. So, although I could see him looking at some stuffed animals with the halo there like he did when he was forced to live his life, or worse life. So yeah, I'm not going to spend any more time on this guy. Older figure. Frieza, for me, gets a 7 out of 10. Again, something just feels off about the guy. He's nice, but something just feels off about his proportions and his articulation. Can't even kick that high, so that's unfortunate. And the tail's it's just weird. Like, I don't know. Frieza is probably my least favorite SH figure arts. However, he does come with something that's really nice, and that last item is the Dragon Ball. So that's very nice to finally have one in my collection. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Frieza. Next, we have Vegeta. Yes, and I love this figure. It's just as nice. It's a little bit less nice than my superhero one, but not needless to say, I still really like it. The head sculpts are nice. The cross arms looks nice, although it's not my favorite to put on. I couldn't figure it out. I almost broke my figure, so don't want to do that. So just in case you guys don't know, you take the arms off and you put those on here. Don't pull these parts like I was trying to do at first, okay? You could break your figure. And the arms do snap on relatively easily. I'll show you how easily I'm talking about on camera. And voila, he's got the up. I said relatively easy, and he's not on. There we go. There we go. You can kind of feel when you've got it in because it just feels a little bit different. And the other one, just like the last one, Presto Changeo. Let's get Vegeta. I'm going to pause this. Yeah, we don't do cuts here. We don't do editing here. We just flat out, you get what you get. Okay, we're a Warbreaker Cool. So, yeah, I got both arms on. Ooh, this one's a little bit loose. Let's push that in a little bit more till you feel that little, there it is. Okay. I think I got him in there now. Yeah. Okay. So now he looks good. He's got these arms here like he's flying his blast. And why is that so hard to kind of focus on? There we go. Let's move the camera, the light back a bit. There we go. So yeah, that looks good. He has many faces. He's got this one here with the smirk. like that. He's got this one right here. And he's got the yelling face, which is probably the one I'm going to keep on here. Just because this one looks fine, but Vegeta yelling is just, there's something about it. He also has multiple hands too. He's got some open hands for his Big Bang attack. He's got some crippin' hands, so you can go gangster. And he's got the thumb, and he always shows that I'm Prince Vegeta. Bow to me. So I like that. He's got some nice accessories, and of course that. So he's a really nice figure. Again, don't think he's as nice as Hero. Let me just bring Hero in real quick. Now you can kind of see both of them together. So I think the Hero, superhero, uses a different buck. At least the chest portion is definitely different. The legs, I feel like the legs are the same. Let's see the side. No, I don't know. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. I think the legs are the same. Chest piece is definitely different. The neck is definitely different. I do personally like this, the way this one moves better. Although, that leg's not getting up much. His gets up higher. That's weird. So maybe they're not the same. But there you go. You can see them both up close. Let me see if I can get them in the same pose relatively. All right, here we go. Got them relatively in the same pose. You can see they have a similar, I like the way they made this one look. That's very nice. And then this one looks really good too. So, I mean, they're both Vegeta, clearly. So yeah, I think, and $35 for both these figures, you couldn't really get a better deal. I mean, kudos to SH Figuarts. Let's finish off with Tanjiro. Last but not least, we have Tanjiro, and this Demon Slayer has been quickly moving up to one of my favorite animes of all time. It's in the top 5. It is creeping into the big 3 for me with Dragon Ball Z, Full Metal Alchemist, and what is my last one? I can't even remember. Oh, Gundam Wing. I'm tripping. Gundam Wing. That was my jam. So it's quickly moving in there. It's like 4 right now. It moved past a lot of things, but if you have not watched Demon Slayer, this series is legit. I don't care how old you are. Well, it's a lie. You need to be at least 13 or older because there's some violence, bloody stuff in there. You need to be mature, okay? Other than that, you're fine. Speaking of fine, this articulation on this, are you guys seeing this? Look at that. Look at the articulation on this guy. Now, I had the cheapo $16 ones from, I forget who makes them. They're in Targets. I got to give them to my son because after touching this guy and seeing him online, I was like, oh yeah, SH is doing this. I trust SH. I didn't want to try I think Figma was doing it before. I just didn't trust Figma to get through a lot of the characters. And I'm glad I dropped out of them because this right here, even though it's kind of really patchy and segmenty, you know, where certain parts, look at that. It's like he's running. That's dope. That is dope. The articulation is just really good. Really good. Look at that. Look how high up he can get his arms, man. That is fan-freaking-tastic. It's just smooth, okay? It's just really smooth. It does feel a little bit awkward at some points, but for the most part, I have not had any issues. Look how far back I can get his arms to bend. And it's just a smooth motion. So I do really, really like that. You can look down about that much. You can look up, not quite as much. I wish I was a little bit more looking up. And I also feel like they're a bit too tall because he's a kid and look at Vegeta. But they're not in the same universe. So I can't forgive them. They have a lot more stuff they have to have with them. So just keep these guys separate. Don't put them on the same shelf like I'm going to. And you'll be fine. His accessories he comes with some real hitters. And this guy was, what, 50? I think he's like $50. That's a good deal. Look at that face. Man, with the earrings. Then you got this face. Man. And shout out for those who know. If you know, you know. Then you've got this face, which is just, God, if that's not Tanjiro, if this isn't Tanjiro, I don't know who is. I've got to put that face on. I was slacking when I did not keep that face on. That's gotta be. You know what? I'll do that later because I don't remember how to do it, and I gotta look at my instructions. So let's go back to the other pieces of this figure. He comes with a lot of different hands. Open, sword hands, fisted hands, open hands, spread palms, closed palms. And then what I really like is he comes with 2 Nichi ring swords. And those swords, one is his OG sword when he first got it. And it's black. And it indicates something. I like that we got this one. Then they went the extra mile and gave us the ones that you can put in the hilt. So he has something to put on his hilt and plug in like this. Uh-oh. Got to turn mine a bit to get in there. And then you just plug it in. Like so. So that looks good. And then it gave you, which he gets later on in the series, this sword. And again, if you know, you know. Rest in peace. So, yes, that was awesome. I really, really like this figure. Tanjiro just got me in for the series. I'm in for all the Hashira and some of the Upper Moons. Yeah, so very excited. 10 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 and 7 out of 10. So some really good figures. You know what? I'm above for the price. I'm up to 9 out of 10 for the price because can't beat that. So great figures. I enjoyed them. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Until next time, peace and SH Figuarts Grease.